Howdy, hey, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. We are back again in the studio, not to talk about other people's outfits, but my own. Yes, this is not a humiliation ritual, by the way. We are preserving this person's honor. We are paying our respects to this person. I had an idea to make this video because I was unabashedly in love with TikTok back in 2019, 2018 when it first really started in America. I was scrolling through my really old posts, just reminiscing on how fun it was. Just this unbridled joy of dressing up, posing in front of the camera, clicking a really cute trendy audio and just posting it. I didn't know much about fabric cut silhouette. I just really loved putting outfits that felt great to me, that were visually appealing. But it was also a reflection of how much the algorithm or how much the app affected my personal style. It actually served as an echo chamber, but it was a little bit more alternative back then. It was just really cool to be alt and I dressed as such. That is still my essence today. I still channel that, but in a very different way. That being said, she was still fresh. That girl is still fresh. And not only do I want to rate the outfit, but I also want to see what I could have done better, if it's something I can recreate today. Just my feedback. But I also want to posit the idea that I was not always great at dressing up. I did it because it was fun. It's an outlet for me. And eventually I started getting comfortable, but it's because I dressed up every single day. Not only for the camera, but also for myself. And I experimented a lot. And you can tell in some of these outfits. Enough chit chat, let's get into it. This specific outfit has 2 million views and 300,000 likes. She's doing numbers on this. Okay. When I was preparing for this video, I said, don't pause throughout the video, let people absorb it first. There are so many things. There's so many things. I had a very, very early understanding of silhouette. As you can see, I have a midi black skirt, and because it comes to my waist, I chose to have a baby tee so that I wouldn't completely hide my waist. Very early signs of, that makes sense. But then it starts getting a little funny when I add this black sweater. Yet if you notice, I pull the zipper up a little bit to my belly button so that I, again, wouldn't hide my waist. This sweater I still own to this day. I also still own that black shirt. I do not own the skirt anymore, unfortunately. To this day, I still do that with the sweater to allow some kind of silhouette. The black platform docks, in practice, if you're like a viewer of my videos, you're gonna notice that I visually just made myself shorter. I have this really beautiful long vertical, and then I kind of chop it at a weird part of my ankle. It's like above my ankle, and I have this much skin. Longer boots or just a shorter shoe, so I'm not breaking off my silhouette. I make exceptions for jacket that goes over my body entirely, but I probably would have matched the cut of the sweater, so it's not like 3 different lengths of tops. I still love this outfit though. I probably rate this like a strong 7. This song, the all black outfit, the bangs, the hair, I love her. I was 22 in this video. One of the reasons why I don't own that skirt anymore is because that skirt did not fit me. I would take the waistband and fold it over so that it would actually fit around my waist. But because of that, I lost so much length of this skirt and I never got to use the skirt to its full potential. It was also this kind of like viscose rayon blend. So it was a really cheap skirt. I thrifted it and I just loved, the drape of it. And I actually used it in a lot of the videos that I'm going to show. Cute, that was fun. Lots of things that are correct here. Long skirt, waist, boxy top, sweater, stops at the waist. Really long vertical. You see, I still love those damn platform docks. Still own those. The socks and the shoes are a little bit of a softer break rather than doing those boots that just really chop off your ankle. This sweater's so cute. I gave it to my little sister. Silhouette wise, this is like everything. Colors are cute. I would probably, how old was I? I was 22 when I wore this one too. I would still wear this. This is cute. That red bag is everything. That red bag is I still own that bag. I just haven't worn it. The sweater, the purse, and the skirt are all thrifted. I actually don't have many notes. I would actually give this an 8. Very strong 8. This sweater reminds me of that Gap sweater that Zach Posen is trying to reinvent or bring back. This is a tangent, but it is a mistake to bring back a beloved knit collection and just print it on mesh. The color and the texture and the fact that it's a knit sweater is what's loved, not the idea of having a knit sweater. People will pay for it. And the dress, I think, is 120 bucks. Ugh, deplorable. Cut, it is not a Casey video without me going in and explaining more things. I am not arguing that Gap should create this happy striped sweater again, price it for an unreasonable price because it's going to be supposedly 100% cotton and or wool sweater, and then creating an exclusive group of people who can only afford said sweater. No, I'm saying that it is unproductive, it is wasteful to profit off of nostalgia and pushing a summer thing to happen, putting it in mesh, making it affordable, when in reality, you're shifting the financial burden onto those who made the mesh pieces. It's fast fashion, right? It also shows your customers that you don't think they're smart. You think that people want this striped pattern so bad that they're willing to pay over $100 for recycled plastic, right? When in fact, everyone deserves beautiful quality pieces regardless of their income. I also think it's deplorable for people to resell the OG piece for at least $300 because if you're not using it and it is currently sitting on the listing, somebody else could be using it right now. Somebody who really actually wants the piece. TLDR, stop selling this illusion of access and stop profiting off nostalgia. I remember telling people that this cardigan was thrifted and this girl contested me being like, no, here's a listing for it right here. Do people know that you can buy things from the internet, decide that you don't like it anymore, and put it in a secondhand shop so people like me could just go buy it for less because you didn't want it anymore? And the first time I got that comment, I was like, people are gonna think I'm a fraud. They're gonna, no, people are gonna think she's not thinking because clearly that process exists. Take a deep breath, girl. These are strangers. Modest queen then, modest queen now. No. These pieces all still live within my closet. This girl is way cooler than me. I love the hair. I need her back. This outfit feels so quintessential Casey in a way that a lot of these pieces have been thrifted. I have worn the shirt and the blazer this year, but I paired it with a different skirt. Why can't I just hem the damn shirt? I don't have much to say about this outfit at all. I just really hate the obvious cut hem on this, but the shirt was super long. That's the thing about Brandy Melville shirts. Oversized means long. It has no width to it at all. You know what? This is a cute outfit. I like this. I actually give this an 8. I think putting the t-shirt over the slip is pretty smart. I think definitely a different shoe, but I couldn't tell you what shoe I would pick. How old was I in this one? I was still 22 in that one. Gosh, why was I such a youth? This one's already making me laugh. The sped up audios on TikTok, it just really hits home for me. And of course it wouldn't be a Casey video without the dog. It's like, I miss living with my sister's dog. Max has to be in like all the videos. It's nothing without him. It's nothing. I have to point out the combo emojis. That's just so peak. Just to give theme of what the outfit could be like. to prepare the audience for what they would expect. Why did I get rid of that skirt? Where is that skirt now? I still own that shirt. This blazer, fun fact, was actually made by a really good family friend. She's brilliant at sewing, and I was just borrowing it at the time, but I wish I just bought it off of her. It's such a great cut. It was such a great vintage fabric as well. I appreciate the fact that I tucked the t-shirt in, and I also appreciate the fact that the skirt is almost as short as the hem of the blazer. So I'm not doing that weird staggered hem thing that I usually do. The leg warmers are cute. It actually makes me look taller because I'm bringing attention to the, let me screenshot this. It was cute without the leg warmers, but the leg warmers gave a little bit of interest for sure. I also even wore the black leg warmers unironically, giving Harajuku realness, and I really like that. It feels like something a K-pop idol would wear. I'm actually gonna give this an 8 too. What would I have done differently? I mean, I actually don't know what I would have done differently in this case. I really like it. It just doesn't reflect who I am anymore. But cute. This next outfit, I remember getting dressed in like 3 seconds because I was going to, why am I forgetting who it is? They're the ones who sang, you are the sea, you are the moonlight. Who is that? Wave to Earth, Wave to Earth. I was dressing for the Wave to Earth concert. I was so leggy. I loved showing my legs on the internet. Now I don't do any of that. The problems with rompers that have that stretch is that stretch tends to get worse over time. So it used to really cinch me nicely, but because I kept wearing it, it actually just kept, you know, the shape wasn't preserved anymore. Sometimes it would ride up my crotch because anyone who sews, this is the crotch seam, this is the short hem. I'll draw something, I'm sure. The shorts were so short. It was not that comfortable. When I sat, it would just split like that. It would just right up my crotch. I still have that sweater as well. That sweater is a great, great sweater. This is like a 4 for me. Would I have done something differently? What would I have done differently? The thing I would have done differently is not worn this at all. This next one's a pretty deep cut. This TikTok font, the bedroom. This was at my parents' house. I was 21. My God, I was so skinny. Holy S! The low-rise jeans showing my belly, that red black argyle. I'm telling you, so alternative. Stop! This is not a humiliation ritual. I don't wear low-rise jeans anymore. I actually still own those jeans because I have like a sentimental attachment. Like they're fun when you intentionally want to dress Y2K, and I just like wearing it with like a Henley and giving it that Nina Dobrev Vampire Diaries vibe, but that's pretty much it. The low-rise flare with the platform dock made me look tall and leggy. Again, that's like a big, it looks like that's a common theme back then. I wanted to look leggy and long. That kind of like silhouette play is so fun. That argyle print is out of control. Like it's definitely just kind of one of those shirts or patterns that you wear for a very specific theme, and that doesn't fit with my lifestyle. I use that print in kind of an ironic way, if that's even possible. I just remember being like, haha, that's campy, let me get that. And I thrifted that one too. The problem with that top too, I only used it for that outfit. I never could use it anywhere else. If I was gonna be picking up that top, it's to replicate that same outfit. I also love how that black sweater turtleneck made its appearance again. I just love showing off my belly. This is a 3. It's really addicting though to watch. This video has 500,000 views. 500,000 views of me moonwalking in my bedroom at my parents' house. Choices were definitely made. One, I like the fact that I used that white turtleneck bodysuit. I didn't even snap the bodysuit. It was just this polyester cheap thing, and I just liked how tight it was so that I could use it under my sweaters. That was definitely just the main intention. I love this sweater. This is a fast fashion sweater from Collision. I bought it off of ASOS. I still own that sweater because the colors are so dope. I'm just back on my TikTok roots. It had like this collegiate colorway. I thought that was really nice. The skirt I actually had thrifted. It fit beautifully around the waist, but it was a mid-length skirt, so I just chopped it and hemmed it. The sweater was pretty long, but I opted to tuck the sweater into the bodysuit so that I would still have this waist. And so the sweater wouldn't swallow my silhouette, because it definitely almost could do that. The platform docks with socks, I would have done white socks just to accent with the white turtleneck. That necklace! I'm still wearing that necklace. This is actually like a 9 for me. And I don't remember what I've given the other outfits before, but visually there's nothing wrong. The skirt has a different pattern. It was definitely a wool skirt. The colors are cool with an interesting graphic. The white turtleneck underneath the sweater. I'm still showing some kind of waist or some kind of silhouette. Shoes are kind of interesting. I wish I did a white sock, but pretty good. And bonus points for the thrift flip. Moonwalking is actually my party trick. There's this girl on my travel basketball team where after we would do like a game of pickup, and in between the transitions, she would start moonwalking, and I was just so obsessed. And I think we were in middle school, so of course I was extremely impressed. I remember going up to her, I'm like, Sid, you have to teach me how to moonwalk. It's actually much easier than you think. My moonwalk could still use some work. Moonwalking on the internet is a sign that you are free. To be cringe is to be free. I got those boots online, they're so good. But stuffing it into a flare jean that is not a cowboy type jean is a monstrosity, because you can kind of see how the boot wants to get out of those jeans. And the hemline is too short for these boots. That blazer's cute. I thrifted that blazer, has no lining, and the seams were just unfinished. I just really love the color and the texture. This is like one of those pieces that I never really reach for unless I'm dressing for this very specific outfit. I never could use it anywhere else because it is such a different color. I remember specifically picking up that blazer and being like, wow, TikTok would love this blazer. I knew that that kind of piece would do well on the internet. That's really scary to think about, and even kind of shameful to admit that I was dressing up just so that I could get likes on a post. I also don't have a belt on. You need a belt. Your outfit is hiding underneath all of those layers. You just need a belt. It's just like a focused POV. The denim on denim is also a monstrosity because they are not contrasting the right way. They're just completely different. They are not cohesive. You can still be contrasting while also still being cohesive. I have that jacket actually. This was my grandmother's. I need to figure out how to wear it because it is so flipping cool. That blazer was actually competing with this jacket. They're two statement pieces. My idea at the time was to layer color underneath this denim, but instead it just competed because the hemlines are just so distracting. And the color, that's a 4. I'm sorry. So many things wrong. That has 12,000 likes. And that's no hate to anyone who's liked the video. Like, I'm rating it a 4. That doesn't mean those 12,000 people have bad taste. Like, they have excellent taste because it's me. But it's not really good. It's not, there's just ways that I could do better. This top I actually thrifted in New York. I waited so long in a line just to try on this small top that could barely go over my head and slip my arms out of. That top does not exist in this closet anymore because I never really wore it. Again, only for this specific outfit. It's because it was so cropped and I don't show my belly off that much anymore. I mean, at all, honestly. I love my very early intuition to pair a smaller top with a longer skirt to allow my appearance to look a little taller. And as you can see, I'm not chopping off my ankle. I'm continuing the vertical line, wearing the full boot. Stuck jewelry is very cute. Was I engaged already? I was engaged here. That's a child. Besides the fact that I was engaged already, I like this outfit. It's like an 8. It's like Bohemian, Isabel Marant, Ximena Kamali, Chloe Way. Me when I'm compensating. Let's move forward just a little bit, okay? There's no sound on this. That skirt again. I love how much I use this skirt. Vertical line, again, not letting that sweater swallow my silhouette. I tuck that sweater in. Continuing the vertical, wearing a brown boot. The only critique I have of this is that this skirt is more of a cargo skirt. So that side pocket and that kind of utility type detailing ruins kind of the vibe. I will tell you that I purposefully made really obnoxious movements while getting dressed so that no matter where I cut, there was something that was moving. Because what looks more interesting? Zipping your pencil bag like this, or zipping your pencil bag like this. This was maybe a few months after I wore that specific outfit, but what I love is that the two skirts are the same. It looks like they're worn by two different people, but the rules of styling is still there. It's an interesting and an important observation to make. No matter what your aesthetic is or the style that you're looking for, there are still principles, there are still foundations that allow you to build cohesive outfits without having to beige yourself out. They're not rules meant to constrain you. They're rules that are meant to elevate you. That sweater is also really hot. I think it's 100% wool. It goes all the way up here. It's suffocating, but I did wear it when I was in Copenhagen and it kept me very warm. Also, I just love skirts. Seems like I'm evolving to like a midi skirt. Last but not least, my first viral video ever. I think this is the 3rd video I'd ever posted on the internet. It has 500,000 views. I look so tall. I'm sorry, I look so tall. I'm not saying this because of nostalgia or the engagement. This really is an outfit that I would not give any just very little notes. I'm just gonna nitpick here. One is, again, that really early intuition of the silhouette, long column skirt, more of a shorter top. My docs aren't pissing me off here because I'm not chopping off my ankle. And that's not only because of the type of shoe I picked, but also the hem of the skirt. It's like the perfect length. The skirt was so perfect. I do wish I had brown docs instead because the top is navy blue, the skirt is more greenish, and then the black kind of just docks the thing. I love that cardigan so much because I used it so often. I wear it with jeans, I wear it with a skirt, I wear it with another skirt, I could wear it with that skirt. I just attached that sweater with just a lot of moments on the internet that I didn't want it to be part of me anymore. Everybody was roasting me here being like, those aren't called loafers, those aren't loafers, those are Oxfords. And it kind of gave me the first taste of what it meant to be on the internet, where you can make the tiniest mistake and people will call your shit out. There are corrections on the internet where it's just really kind intention, like, hey, you made a little mistake, they're actually called Oxfords. And then there are people who are like, you're a stupid idiot, why would you ever think those are loafers, those are Oxfords. In fact, and it's because they're just like, how dumb could you be posting on the internet with your full chest and still make a mistake? I'll call those thong sandals if I wanted to, thank you very much. My dad bought me those shoes too. Was I engaged here too? I'm gonna be embarrassed if I was engaged here too. You know what, honestly, I was prepared to be really hard on myself, but these videos aren't that bad. If you think otherwise, keep your opinions and thoughts to yourself. I also just love documenting my outfits. It allows you to see any kind of progression. It's like game footage. If you ever played any sports, you're going to play a game or practice or whatnot, have someone film you, and you're going to observe what that game footage looks like where you can improve. And in this case, my portfolio of outfits, that's game footage to me. But it also allowed me to exercise my creativity and make me feel less afraid to get dressed and be who I am. One thing too is that I encourage you to just start, not just about posting, but just dressing up, documenting your outfits. Keep a gallery to yourself. I know one of my followers, she actually has an Instagram account just dedicated to her outfits. No captions, nothing, just the outfit. I actually don't post as many outfit videos as I used to back in TikTok compared to today because I just got shy again and I need to get back into it. So this was actually a really great exercise. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.